Hello, my friends. It's time for Word Study! And today we're going to talk about two letters that you guys are already familiar with. But these two letters make two sounds. Both letters make two sounds. And we're going to talk about the rule behind whether it makes the hard sound or the soft sound. And I found this new tool that I'm going to use today, and it's called a whiteboard. We usually use it in class, but today I can draw on it. And I'm going to use cursive writing. So we're going to talk about the hard. You guys can practice reading cursive. Hard C. I'm going to use a symbol for and hard G. And then we're going to talk about the soft. Ooh, that's kind of messy. C and soft G. I need some more practice with this cursive on here. All right. Now the rule is going to mainly apply to that soft C and G. Now let's go over the sounds. A hard C says K and a hard G says G. A soft C says S and a soft G says J. So let's think about soft C, like as in the word scent, as in I have 1 cent, and the soft G is J, as in giraffe. All right. On the hard C, K, as in can, and the hard G, G, as in gallop. So the rule that we need to remember is for the soft C and G. We use a soft C and G if those letters are followed. You recognize this cursive? Hopefully you guys have been practicing your cursive writing. Followed by, okay, an E, that's a cursive E, I, and a Y. Okay, so if the letter after the C is an E, I, or Y, the C says S. If the letter after G is an E, I, or Y, the G says J. Any other letter that comes after a C or G makes the C or G a hard sound. So these are the rules. So if a C and G is followed by an E, I, or Y, it will make this soft sound. So I'm going to ask, what are the 3 letters that make C and G make their soft sound? Shout them out. Yes, E, I, and Y. All right, look at this new slide I'm going to share with you. A soft C, letter C makes the sound when it is followed by an E, I, or Y. Look at the word pencil. Look at the letter right after the C. It is a Y, I. So that I makes the C say S. Look at juice. Look at the letter right after the C. It's an E. That E makes the C say S. Look at cylinder. The letter after the C is a Y, so that tells me that that C has to say S. Look at soft G, same rule. The letter G makes the J sound when it is followed by an E, I, or Y. Look at stage. That E makes the G say J. Giraffe. That I makes the G say J. Energy. The Y makes the G say J. Okay, let's look at some examples. Dragon. Ooh, what does the G say in dragon? G. Look at what comes after that. Is it an E, I, or Y? It is not, so I know that G says G. But look at this word. It looks like a picture of a sponge. So when I hear J at the end, I know I have to have an E, I, or Y after it to make the G say J. Cake. Ache. That A is not an E, I, or Y, so I know the C, it's going to say K. And here we have peace. Look at the letter after the E. After the C is an E, so that's going to make the C say S. Some other examples we'll just read through. Grapes is followed by an R, so the G says G. Giraffe, the G is followed by an I, so the G says J. Coffee, the C is followed by an O, so it's going to say K. And in pencil, we already seen that it's, the C is followed by an I, and the I makes the C say S. Garden, Georgia, acorn, juice. And there's a ton of examples out there. So what I want you to do today, well, first you have to remember the rule. What three letters make a G or C soft? Say them out loud. Shout them at your screen. E, I, and Y. So what I want you to do today is you are going to do a word search, as in you're going to search for words, kind of like we used to do read the word room. And you probably did that more in kindergarten. Is you go around the room and look for words that follow this pattern. What I want you to do for today is you're going to read a book, read a magazine, somewhere along there, do something like that. And I want you to find 6 words that have a soft C and 6 words that have a soft G. And you're going to write those 6 words down in your Google Doc that I'm assigning to you. Okay, so maybe you read some books on Epic, maybe you have a book at home you can look through. And yes, I do want you to actually look through a book and find it. I don't want you to just come up with your own words, because I know you can do that, but I want you to get used to visually seeing it. So please look through a book or a magazine or something and not just use your brain. And not your brain, I do want you to use your brain, yes, but don't just do word recall in your own head. All right? So remember, hard C and soft G it's followed by any letter except for E, I, or Y. The soft C and soft G are soft if they're followed by E, I, and Y. All right? Have fun on your word search today.